The life of Bougainville secessionist leader, late, Moses Havini. Late Moses Havini, born on June 5, 1947, was from Naku's clan and a son of a paramount chief of the neighboring clan on Buka Island in Bougainville. In 1972, Moses was the third Bougainville graduate from University of PNG. In July 1971, Moses married to his sweetheart, Marilyn. Marilyn is an Australian, by then she was gracious extrovert, passion Christian, committed women's right advocate, art teacher and artist. In 1971 and 72, Moses provided for strategies and recommendations on a localized transition towards district government. He then became the adult education officer for Bougainville and established many literacy and correspondence courses. Upon his dedication and unpaid work for political representation to PNG for Bougainville, Moses was appointed by the 9th Local Government Councils as their executive officer in setting up district government. During these times, Gough Whitlam government wanted to grant independence to its Papua and New Guinea territory. The Whitlam government feared PNG of becoming a failed state, thus they believed that in order to prevent PNG from becoming a failed state, vast slice of the Panyuna mine benefits should go to Port Moresby government. Moses and other Bougainvillians, however, have other ideas. It was during those times, Moses got a Fulbright scholarship and went to America in January 1975 and studied government and administration. Upon his return, Moses supported the Bougainville to tighten the tension with PNG. On May 28, 1975, the interim provincial government in Bougainville agreed to secede from PNG. A month before PNG's planned Independence Day, Havini carried the Bougainville flag to Wakunai, central Bougainville, and a Universal Declaration of Independence, UDI, was proclaimed on the 1st of September 1975. Similar ceremonies were conducted around the island. When Bougainville Universal Declaration was not recognized by other countries, provincial status for Bougainville was negotiated and Moses was appointed the Clerk of the Assembly from 1977 to 1981 and the Speaker of the Provincial Parliament in 1982 to 1985. In 1989, when Bougainville crisis eventuated, Moses and his family fled Bougainville and moved to Sydney. During his stay in Australia, PNG requests deportation for Moses as a terrorist. Unfortunately, the request was not successful because Moses was married to Australian citizen. For the next 15 years during his stay in Australia, Moses represents the interim government of Bougainville in the region and the world. After the war, Moses focused to encourage just peace between Bougainville and PNG. He involved himself to many Bougainville peace talks and negotiations. By 2005, when negotiations between PNG and Bougainville established autonomy on Bougainville, Moses and his family returned to Buka Island. He then became the mentor for the autonomous Bougainville government as the director for parliamentary committees. In August 2013, Havini was diagnosed with multiple myeloma and returned to Sydney for treatment. On 2nd of May 2015, Moses passed away. The head of New Zealand Police Bougainville Peace Team, the clerk of the New South Wales Parliament and PNG's High Commissioner to Australia attended his Sydney funeral and he received a state funeral on Bougainville. His wife Marilyn, today continued to share that the dream of Moses to Bougainville and PNG was to see PNG as a friendly neighbour and not as a ruler.